Hello, we're outside Studio Guilliland. This is where all the hard work takes place. Let's go and have a look. So we're inside the studio now, and the studio is built out of a necessity, which was a written Lonely Stick of Dynamite. We're looking through that, and it's a mixture of stop animation and live action. And because the models were going to cost so much money if we got them done, like all of them done professionally, we decided to build a lot of the background sets ourselves. Now, because we were building sets, we need like a base of operations, but also we needed like storage, we needed a studio to go to so we could do all these things. So first thing I started doing was I looked at hiring a studio. And there are certain studios that are, you can hire like ex-office buildings, and they're about £500 a month. Now we didn't know how long, we hadn't definitely worked out the schedule of how long the build was going to be, but I thought, right, this is going to be like a minimum, like a year project making this film. So £500 a month, you know, that's £6 over a year, and that's a lot of money that you're giving to someone else. And, you know, other than just the studio space that you've rented, you're not getting that money back. Now, it just so happens that my brother, David, who invested in the film, he built his own studio, and he built it as a gym. And I went round over to his and saw the studio, and it was amazing. And he was telling me that they put the studio up in a day. And so I thought, wow, that's incredible. So I thought, right, let's build a studio so we can make all the models, and we have a base of operations, and then we won't be throwing that money away. And then we can actually use the studio for other things. And that's the funny thing, that the studio itself started with like that initial goal of just having somewhere to build things, but it's developed into so much more than that. It's a place where we can come and we can put concept ideas up on the walls, we can put storyboards up there. It's a meeting place for us, for the whole team to get together, bounce ideas around. We can do test shoots, we can do little animations, we can build models. It's also an editing space where we can come in here and we can purely focusing on the post-production side of things. And also it's really beneficial, I've found, when you bring people here as visitors, especially investors. When they walk in, they can immediately see, they get a sense of like a film being made. The previous project I did, Bedwood Story, I basically hand drew in my bedroom. And you need a separate space. Working at home gets very claustrophobic. You need somewhere to go where you can be on your own, you can create your own little bubble, and at the end of the day, you can lock up, you can put all your ideas away. And the thing about having a studio in your garden is like, at the end of the day, you walk 10 feet away and you're home. Now, a studio is a very adaptable space, and we can change the layout whenever we want. But for this project, Lonely Stick of Dynamite, we need this central space, and that's dominated by this 8-foot by 4-foot steel deck table, which was recommended to me by a professional animator. The thing about this table is very sturdy, and you can change the height with different legs that it comes with. And it needs to be sturdy, so when you're doing stop animation, nothing's moving in between all the intricate movements. Now, what we've been doing here in the studio is we've been building models, and we have videos of Roger building the sets and the models at this very desk. And the benefit of this desk, this height, is that you can stand and work. And I really like standing. And it's much better for your back, much better for your posture. And I actually stand and edit over here at this editing desk. Now, this editing desk is an architect's table. I bought this off eBay. So we've got 2 Mac Minis that we use to edit and a basic TV. And I got the idea from the famous editor, Walter Murch, and he really talks about standing and working, the benefits of editing over a long period of time. You're going to need to be good to your body, need somewhere you can stand out and work. So this steel deck table is really good for its height, because that allows you a lot of storage space underneath. And we've got these boxes from IKEA, which we're putting all the models in, all the actual set pieces themselves. So we're breaking them up, labelling them, we can store them, get them out of the way, and we move on to the next bit. And then they're easy to transport when we need to go to a studio to actually film them. So we've got a flowing space, and here we go. This back wall is dominated by the year planner, which we're planning out our actual shoot, but also our YouTube shoots as we go along. And every time we do a YouTube shoot, we make a little Polaroid photo, so we've got a visual image. We've got storyboards on the wall, we've got all our pens, pencils, all our equipment. This area is where we do all our admin and editing, and then we've got storyboards, and these can change as we're going along. So when we're writing a new project, we can do all the concept art, all the index cards, and we can create all the plot points for the story from start to finish. So that was a brief introduction to our studio. Make sure you subscribe to Lonely Stick of Dynamite YouTube channel so you never miss a video. And we'll show you how we're going to bring Lonely Stick of Dynamite to the screen.